Hey everybody, welcome back to another JBoz Gaming video. This is your host JBoz, and today we're going to talk about money management. So, in World of Tanks, there are two kind of monetary units. There is gold, and then there is silver. Both are displayed in your garage, be it Modern Armor or World War II, up in the right-hand corner. Gold is in gold and is the first number displayed, and then obviously silver is the second. So in World of Tanks, these silver is the most important thing in that that's what costs you money to re-equip or resupply your tank after each battle. That's what you can use to purchase other tanks that you've researched in the tech tree. Gold is kind of real money converted to in-game currency, and gold can be spent on premium tanks, and ultimately you can spend gold to acquire additional silver. Though I don't recommend that. You certainly can do that. Let's take a quick look at the store here. Uh, you can buy gold in different amounts, everywhere from 850 gold pack, which is $5, $4.99 plus tax, U.S. dollars, or all the way up to 25,000 gold pack for 99.99 plus tax, U.S. dollars. So you can obviously buy gold and with real money, and of course, in game there is the ability under, I believe it's special deals. Yeah, under special deals, you can then take your gold and buy different things that have silver in it, and that's how you would convert gold to silver if you needed to or wanted to. There's an exchange rate, and I'm not going to highlight any of that because sometimes it changes based on what deals you get for your gold and so on. You can actually earn gold in game as well. It's usually very rare and harder to do than silver. Silver you earn pretty much every game. Gold you usually earn as a part of either a key card that you've acquired or as a part of maybe a season that you've participated in. So you can acquire gold without actually purchasing and using U.S. dollars to do it, but it's usually in very much smaller quantities, and it will take you a long time to acquire enough gold to purchase, let's say, premium tanks if you want to do that, or something else out of the store. So enough about gold. I'm not going to go into gold per se in this video. This is more about your silver and how to kind of manage the silver that you make, as well as the silver that you use and burn as you play the game. So every time you play in a battle, you earn silver and experience. And at the end of the game, I'm gonna pull up a in-game chat, or I'm sorry, in-game chat. I'm gonna pull up an in-game screen just so you can see maybe an example of a game. And I just pulled the first one out of my log. So here I'm in an M5A1 Stuart. Because I do have what's it called, premium days or whatever, I get double the silver and the XP earn, and so that's what this little box down here is denoting. Is in this particular match, I earned 19,443 silver, and I had so much experience and so on. So let's take a detailed look at my earnings here, and specifically highlighting the silver. Now notice I didn't earn any gold for this match, and nor will you ever really earn gold unless there's a particular op or something going on. You're not going to earn gold per match. But here you will earn silver, and so the base earnings on silver for this particular game was 23,957. Because I have a premium days or premium account, you get half your base, and so it's a 50% increase. So you get another. I got another 11,979. So if there's the first tip to be had, it is worth paying for premium days, and so that's that's the first money management tip is when you can get pretty much half the money uh, or a 50% increase in the silver that you're earning by having premium days, then you can do that. But I will say, premium days usually it does cost gold for you to acquire. Again, you can earn premium days through some ops or through seasons, so you can earn premium days over the long haul. But for the most part, to have any substantial number of premium days, you're probably going to have to spend gold in order to get that in any kind of quantity at all. Anyway, I did earn 89.84 from challenges. And the other thing here, and this is kind of where this video is leading, is there was cost associated with the battle. So not only did I earn silver, but I also spent silver in this match. Notice I spent 1,600 on consumables, and then I spent another 23,408 silver on my ammunition resupply, and then I had 469 silver in repairs. So anytime your tank gets damaged, you're going to have to pay for repairs. Depending on how damaged your tank is, it drives up that cost. Generally, this is anywhere from a few hundred to a few thousand silver per match. It's usually not the bulk of the silver that you're burning per match. Usually that is in your consumables and your ammunition that you're resupplying. Now, as we talked in a different video about ammunition, anytime you shoot premium ammunition, that's a very APCR or something beyond standard. That's usually a pretty costly endeavor. And so the second tip I will give you is manage your ammo. So if you want to spam APCR, meaning shoot it no matter what match, no matter who you're playing against, you can do that. Just know that then you're going to be spending quite a bit of silver every single game. And over the long haul, it is not a good strategy to make money that way. So in order to make silver, the number one tip that I would give you is manage your ammo, meaning don't use premium ammo or APCR when it's not needed. In those matches that you're at your tier or playing tanks below your tier, you do not need to use APCR, and you do not need to spend that extra silver. So save yourself some money by not loading your premium ammo. And then also, another, I guess, significant tip is when you do load out your tank with ammunition, you definitely want to make sure that the premium ammo is converted to silver and not gold. So I'm going to just pull up any tank. It doesn't matter. I'm going to go into the ammo, and here on the premium ammo is the ability to switch between gold and silver. You hit the Y button here, and you can switch between the two. In this case, I've set this to silver, so I'm burning silver when I shoot premium rounds at 1,600 a shell. And honestly, that's what that last game we looked at, that was a bulk of that ammunition, was because it was premium. It was at that $1,600 a shell, and you saw it. It adds up to a significant cost for that battle. So you want to make sure that you're not spamming premium or not unnecessarily using premium when you don't need to. All right. The third tip that I'll give you around managing your silver and managing your money is managing the ops for tanks that you already have. So if there's an op that leads to a premium tank that you already have, a lot of people are like, well, I don't need to do that op. So because I have that tank, I won't do that op. I'll work on a different op, and that's okay. That's your choice. But if you go ahead and do that op and get that tank a second time, you don't actually get the tank. What you do is you get the silver, you get the amount in silver that that tank was worth. So, just as an example, a tier 8 tank could mean a couple million in silver. So, anytime you can work an op to get a tank that you already have, that means that you're going to earn silver no matter what. And there's maybe even additional silver rewards along the way in that op. So just consider, the ops and when you can earn silver, and just know that that's a little tip, that you can earn silver on premium tanks that you already have by getting them again, if you will. Now that doesn't work that way in the store. If you purchase a tank that you already have, it just gives you the same amount back in gold that you just spent. So it doesn't convert it to silver for you. That's not a way to convert gold to silver. It doesn't work that way, and don't do that. Okay. The fourth tip I'll give you is around equipment. So, as you're working your way up the tech tree, grinding and researching tanks along the way, you're going to have some tanks that you can acquire, or that you've acquired, you've researched, and you've equipped out. And look at those tanks that you don't really play a whole lot after you've gotten them. There's a couple of tips here. One, you can sell the equipment that you've purchased on them, and then use that, even though it's at half price. Okay, even though it's at half price, that money's just sitting there in your garage, not doing you any good. It doesn't draw interest. It's not in the bank, so to speak. It is simply wasted because you no longer play that tank. So at least what you can do is sell that equipment on that tank to buy the next tank's equipment. That at least will reduce half the cost you're spending on the next tank. And that effectively is, if you're working your way up a line, if you're selling the equipment as you're buying the next tank's equipment, then what's happening is at the end of the day, you'll just have the equipment on the higher tier tank. You won't have any equipment on the lower tier tanks, and you will have not spent as much as if you had purchased equipment for every single tank in that line. So that's just a tip on equipment and equipment purchasing and how to reduce the amount of silver you're spending on equipment. And then along with that, if you truly aren't going to play that tank anymore, you can sell that tank back and get half the value of that tank. So if we would purchase this 5916 here, it's currently selling for 900,000 silver. And if we sell that back, we're going to get 450,000 silver. So if we bought that, now obviously you spent money to get that tank. And you might have done that because you wanted to play it, you wanted to upgrade it, and now that you've done that, you no longer play that tank. You're always going to play the higher tier tank or whatever. You just, for whatever reason, you don't play that tank anymore. That's money sitting in your garage that you can use to buy other tanks. And so you can sell that tank and get half the price back, and that is another pretty good tip for keeping your silver at a level where you can continue up the tech tree. All right, and another tip that I'll give on money management is around consumables. So let's talk about that real quick. Just like with ammunition, you're spending money on your consumables every match, and we saw that in the example that I pulled up. I'd spent 1,600 on consumables. Well, let's check out that tank that we're burning, that 1,600. So we'll look at the consumables, and what I have here is I have two consumables equipped. I have a standard repair kit, and I have a standard med kit. So these consumables cost a certain amount of money, no matter what, right? Whether you use them or not. And these two specifically are a lot cheaper than the enhanced versions of themselves. So the enhanced repair kit, though it does have much better passive bonus, in that it reduces repair time by 15%. This only has 10% repair time. But every battle, if I equipped this on the tank, and I would be paying $10,000. So that last battle, instead of paying 800 for the repair kit that I actually have, I would have paid $10,000 for an enhanced repair kit. Now, the good news is this one I can use as many times as I want in battle. The other one I can only use one time, and that's a separate video. But if I had equipped both the enhanced versions of the two consumables that I do run, then I would have paid 20,000 silver every single battle. Now, this is a huge difference. I've just switched to my stock, standard, if you will, repair and med kit, and I'm only paying 800 apiece, or 1,600 for that repair kit. Actually, I think I could be wrong. I think you only pay for these if you use them. I'm sorry, that is true. You only pay for these if you use them, and they're 1,600 apiece. So it's not quite as good as I was describing. I think they're each six. Yeah, I believe they're 1,600 apiece. Let me double check this. Let's remove one. Let's clear slot. There it goes. And if I just highlight over it, does it tell me? It doesn't tell me what it's going to cost me to equip it. That's okay. We're gonna put it back on. I'm pretty sure it's 1,600 for each one that I use. So it's not, the point though is, let's say I use both of them, that would be 3,200 versus 20,000. So it is still a huge difference, and that's why I tend not to run premium consumables or enhanced consumables in tanks that I don't need them. So especially like lower tier tanks, people don't always shoot at your tracks. You don't get tracked that often. You maybe get tracked once a game. You maybe have a module damage that you have to repair once a game. So generally, I use a standard repair kit. Now, if you find that happens to you more often, then it may make sense to run an enhanced repair kit. That's your choice. I'm just, from a money perspective, pointing out it is significantly more to run these premium or enhanced consumables than it is the standard consumables. And so that's the consumable tip that I'll offer you around your silver management. All right, going back to the main garage screen, the other thing that I wanted to mention here was boosters. You do get, on occasion, you earn boosters that are for silver, and you will want to equip those boosters in games that you think you're going to have better than average games, or just you're going to do decently, because if you equip these, they use them regardless of whether you had a good game or not. And you want to be using these when you're going to generally have a good game, or at least an average game, and they will double the amount of silver that you earn. It depends on the multiplier. So the ones that I have highlighted is times 2. So this would in effect double the silver, where 1 1/4 is 25% increase. The 1 1/2 is 50% increase. So you can see that these are very, very valuable, and you do want to use these in order to earn silver. Now, there are certain tanks that also have silver boost, and you want to find those tanks, and you kind of want to run those tanks with these boosters on them, and you want to have good games in those particular matches. Off the top of my head, one of the best silver earning tanks in the game is the Ragnarok. It's a tier 8 medium. I think it's a Czechoslovakian tank, and I think it earns 75% to silver earn. And so just off that alone, you're already making 75% more silver than what you would in just a regular match. And then if you add another booster to it, well, you can imagine you're making lots of silver every single match. But you have to perform well in it. So if you aren't particularly good at that, you want to get good at the tank before you just start throwing on a silver boost. But do pay attention when you need money to run certain tanks that do give you that silver boost. They will generally all be premium tanks. They won't be standard tech tree tanks because they don't get those kind of boosts, or bonuses. Premium tanks do, and that's generally why they cost money, is because there's some benefit to generally running those tanks. So that's some tips around how to manage your silver, but you actually have to be active in really looking at these things that you need to do in order to manage your silver, because the game, as you can see, each battle it does cost you silver, and if you're not paying attention, if you're out there, spamming premium, and you're running all these really nice consumables, eventually you're gonna drain your silver. It's gonna cost you more money in a battle than you actually make in a battle. And so when that happens, you really need to step back and start to look at, okay, what can I change? What can I do? And that's where these tips will come in. Is these are some changes, these are things you can do, some things you can do, or at least look for, that will help you earn more silver than you actually spend in a match. All right. If there's anything that I missed around silver management or money management, go ahead and leave me that feedback in a comment. That's always appreciated. I'll try to fit that into another video, or at least when I redo these, I'll include it next time. Yeah, if this was helpful, hit that like button. And if you like what we're doing here, hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel grow. And if you want to see the next video, hit the notification, as it'll let you know when I upload a new video to the channel. Until then, wish you best of luck in the on the battlefield, and we'll see you next time.